make things wait. Okay, welcome everyone. We're going to get started with our 45-minute bodyweight strength training class here in just a moment. I'd like you to make sure that you've got comfortable, breathable clothing, some comfortable shoes with some good cushion. Cross trainers are preferable, or bare feet is fine as well. And of course, we have our water bottle handy. So we've got no music in this class today because we're outside. Feel free to turn on some tunes of your own. It's going to help you to get your heart rate up and feel motivated. So let's just start with a nice wide stance here, and the hands are going to come to the hips, and we'll just bend the right knee and straighten up, and then on the left side and straighten up. So we're beginning with our warm-up, a little bit of dynamic stretching, opening out those adductors and our hip sockets. So we're stretching and moving at the same time so that we're not gaining any flexibility, we're just gaining mobility with these first few movements. Brace your core and make sure the weight stays in the heels. Shoulders down and back. Now when you're ready for more, reach the arms out and you can tap the inside of the knee, or you can tap the inside of the ankle. Sit right down into the heel. Inhale, exhale, bend. Good. Push into the heel, suck your belly button toward the spine. And as we warm up, the goal here is to really focus on how we're feeling in all of these movements, noticing how those joints are feeling, and focusing on what muscles are working. So keeping the shoulders down and back, core nice and strong. Breathing deep. Good. 3 more just like that. And 2. And 1. Now inhale, reach up, breathe in deep. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, roll up, shoulders down, reach up, breathe in. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, roll up, shoulders down, reach up. And remember to smile, we're just getting started. Bend the knees, roll up, reach up, breathe in. Working out that spine. 3 more just like that. Bend the knees, roll up, reach. And 2. And we're moving nice and slowly, just waking everything up. Last one here. Bend the knees, roll up, reach up. Now hold on top, grasp the right wrist, and bend to the left. Inhale through neutral, switch sides, bend to the right. Inhale through neutral and switch, bend to the left. Inhale through neutral, switch, and bend to the right. One more time each side, through neutral, switch, and bend. And through neutral, switch, and bend. Now inhale, reach toward the sky, exhale, fold forward, and hold. Just for a moment. Now you can hold in the forward fold, or you can come with me and walk the hands out into a wide-legged plank. Hold here, shoulders down away from the ears, and we suck the belly button toward the spine. Hands under your shoulders. Knees can come down to the floor anytime. Now lift the hips and walk the hands back, wide-legged forward fold. Good, now shift forward, walk the hands forward, wide-legged plank, knees or toes. Lift the hips, walk back, forward fold, walk forward, and plank. 3 more just like that. Lift the hips, walk it back, and fold, and walk it forward, and plank. And again, lift the hips, walk back, forward fold, walk forward, and plank. And we're going to hold here now. Shoulders down away from the ears. Remember, the knees can come down. You can even walk your hands back so the hands are underneath the shoulders if this is uncomfortable for your neck and shoulders in any way. Good. Breathe. Now knees to floor, sit back, child's pose. So here we are in a little wide-legged child's pose. You can rock from side to side across the hips if you'd like. And we're breathing deeply. Good. Now let's come into a table pose. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And we're going to wake up the glutes and the core. So again, I'd like you to suck your belly button toward the spine. Shoulders are down away from the ears. And we're going to center the right knee on the floor between the hips. Extend the left leg up toward the sky. I just want you to hold here for a moment. Left heel is up toward the sky. And we want to make sure that the shoulders never crowd the ears. And we never drop the belly button or the head. Good. Now inhale the knee down. Exhale back up. Inhale down. Exhale up. We're going to come through 12 repetitions, nice and slow. And I want you to really feel that glute engagement. We're waking up those muscles so that they function better later in our class. Good. And 6. And 7. Push into your supporting knee. And you can come down onto the elbows anytime if this is too much for your neck and shoulders. 2 more just like that. Good. Last one here. Now bring the knee down and we're going to lift it out to the side and hold. Now I want you to check that your knee, hip, and ankle are all on the same level. So we're never letting that ankle come up higher than the knee. And let's lower it down and press it back up. Now when you bring that left knee down, I want you to think about squeezing your thighs together and tucking that left knee on the inside of the right leg. Good. And 5, good. Keep those shoulders way down, brace your core. 6. And 7, pushing into the supporting knee. And 8. So this class, we're not going to move really fast. It's not about cardio, it's about strength and endurance and working our stabilizers, those stabilizing muscle tissues, so that we can move better in the gym and in life. Good. Let's do one more, just for fun. Lift, good, knees down, sit back, quick stretch for those hips. Excellent job, and let's move along to the other side. So again, bracing ourselves in our table pose, shoulders down and back, away from the ears, and we'll shift to the left knee. Right heel lifts up toward the sky. Again, first we always check our posture, so sucking the belly button toward the spine, hands or elbows under the shoulders, and we're feeling even across both sides of the body through the upper body. Inhale the knee down, exhale up, inhale down, exhale up. So these movements are some of the few movements that work both sides of the body at the same time, even though we're doing a unilateral movement. So I just want you to notice how we're feeling both sets of glutes here. Drive that heel toward the sky. Don't let your lower back arch. Good. And 8, keep those shoulders down away from the ears. 9, 10, good. Right on. 2 more. Last one here. And release it down. Now lift that right knee up to the side and hold. Just notice your alignment here. Knee, hip, and ankle. Ankle never comes above the knee. Pushing into your supporting knee, feeling those glutes engage. Inhale down. Exhale 1. Inhale, squeeze the thighs together. Exhale 2. Inhale down. Exhale 3. Inhale down. Exhale 4. Breathe. Inhale down. And 5. We're going for 12. Remember, you can slow it down. You can stop anytime. Good. And 7. Right on, guys. And 8. Keep it strong. We're almost there. And 9. Try not to speed up. Don't let your body wobble. And 10. 2 more. Last one right here. Good. Knees down, sit back, stretch them out. Fantastic job. Okay, now let's lay on our backs and we're going to engage the core muscles. So coming right down onto the floor. If you have a mat, you can roll it out right now. Relax right down onto the ground or the floor. Shins parallel with the floor. And here I want you to suck your belly button toward the spine and push your lower back down into the floor. Option 1, we're going to rotate from the hip, tapping the heels on one side and then the other. I'd like you to make sure that your neck and shoulders are relaxed, head is resting on the floor, arms are wherever you like, as long as your shoulders aren't seized up toward the ears. Remember, keep that tummy flat, suck the belly button toward the spine. If you want more, extend the leg out, tap and bring it in, and tap and bring it in. So our primary goal here is continuous tension of the abdominal muscles, especially the lower abdominal muscles. So check in, relax your shoulders. So it's also that mind-body connection where we're relaxing one area while we're contracting another area. Breathe. Good. Yep. 3 more. And 2 more. And last one. Good. Now hug the knees into the chest. Grab a quick break. And now we're going to come into a modified boat pose. So your shins can come up parallel with the floor, or you can extend the legs out at 45 degrees. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Lift the body up if you're able. Good. So just lifting the shoulder blades up off the floor. Good. And now we're going to tuck the knees in, hug the knees into the chest, and then lower back down into our boat pose. Shoulders down, don't come all the way to the floor. Good, yes. And then again, crunch up and inhale down. Remember, you can come back to that heel tap anytime. Come on up, crunch. Good. We're going to do 3 more just like that. Inhale down, release, relax. Exhale, come on up. So we want to maintain that core tension, only almost lower to the floor. And last one right here. And back down. And release, stretch it out. Okay, roll over, some plank variations. Good, so again, just remember you can grab a stretch wherever you need, anytime. And we're gonna come now onto our elbows. Pressing the elbows into the floor, directly under our shoulders. Knees can come to the floor, or you can extend the legs out all the way. Brace your core, shoulders down and back. Good. And we're just holding here for a moment, pushing those elbows down, sucking the belly button toward the spine. And now we're going to come into a Spider-Man. So tuck the left knee in toward the shoulder, tap the toe, and bring it back. And then the other side, tap in and bring it back. Your knees can be down. You might even want to walk back so there's less tension through the upper body. And we're just tapping the knee in and bringing it back. In and back. Push those elbows down. Keep your shoulders down away from the ears. And remember to breathe. Good. 5 more just like that. Try not to move anything but that leg. 3 and 2 and last one. Knees down. Quick stretch. Take a breath. Great. Now we're going to move it into the upper body and upper abdominals. Hands under shoulders. And we're coming now into our high plank. Shoulders down away from the ears. Curl the toes under and lift up. So again, just remember those options. You can bring the knees to the floor anytime. You can bring the elbows down if that's more comfortable for you. What is not an option is lowering those knees to the floor. Or yes, you can lower the knees to the floor. Do not drop the hips or the head. That is not an option. Now here we're just going to tap one shoulder and then the other. Shifting side to side, just slightly. Try not to let your body move at all. Breathe. Suck your belly button toward the spine. Keep it nice and strong. Good, you got this, guys. Doing great. So now we're really training our endurance. Really good. Breathe. 5 more just like that. 4, 3, 2, last one. Knees down. Quick stretch. Great job. Now let's roll over and we're going to do a little tricep variation. So first I'm going to give you our dip option sitting on the ground. So sitting up nice and tall, knees point up toward the sky, or you can straighten the legs out anytime. Fingertips point in toward the body, shoulders down and back away from the ears. We're going to inhale the elbows back, straight back behind us, and exhale, push away. Inhale down, exhale up. Good. Now this is 4. We're going to do 8 of these repetitions. Check your form, keep the neck long, shoulders down and back, away from the ears. Good. 2 more. Last one here. Good. Now just notice if that's where you'd like to stay with that variation. So you might want to intensify with me or not. We're going to come into that same set position. Fingertips point forward, shoulders down away from the ears. And if you want more, lift the hips up off the floor. Now we're just going to lift one hand on the opposite foot and then the other side. And then lift and shift. So the option is yours. You might leave those hips down on the floor. What we don't want is the shoulders crowding up toward the ears, or the head dropping, or the chest caving in. Now if you're ready for more, extend the toes out, reach, brace your core, keep it nice and strong. Good. And make sure that your shoulders feel safe here. Good. Breathing deeply. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Great. You can sit down, give those arms a quick stretch. Well done. We're going to come into a little more core and a bear crawl variation, and then we'll come to standing. So let's lay down on our mats once again. Coming down onto the back. And we'll come into a little flutter kick to start. So you can place your hands in a diamond shape underneath your tailbone for comfort here if you'd like. And your option number 1 is just a little bicycle. Knees start over the hips. We're pressing the lower back down into the floor. And if you want more, straighten those legs out, bring them down to 45 degrees, and just do a little flutter kick. Breathe. Relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Good. Find that contraction in the middle and lower abdominal muscles. Right on. Just a few more seconds. And release. Stretch whatever needs it. And now we're going to come into a dead bug. So bringing those shins up parallel with the floor, reach the arms straight up toward the sky in line with the shoulders. And we're going to reach out with the opposite arm to leg, extending, touch the thumb and the heel to the floor if you can, and then bring them back to set. And then the other side, and back to set. Now, as you execute this movement, I want you to really focus on your precision, just like we do in every movement in this class, or any class. And especially as you reach the arm and leg out, I want you to feel everything stabilize from your underarm right down to your hip. Good. Suck the belly button toward the spine. You can move slower than me. You can move faster than me if you want to, as long as you can maintain perfect form. Good. 2 more on each side. Reach and bring it back, and reach and bring it back. Keep smiling. These movements should be harder than they look. Good. Last one here. Great. And release. You can roll over to stretch out the abdominal muscles if you'd like. Elbows under your shoulders and just draw them back and lift a little bit. Take a breath. Great job. Okay, now bear crawl. So now I'd like you to come to a table pose. Hands under shoulders and knees under hips. Bear crawl position is one of our best stabilizer options, so I'd like you to get used to using the variations in this pose. Check your alignment here. Elbows can come down anytime, and we're just going to curl the toes under. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and lift the knees up just 1 inch to 2 inches, and then inhale down. Exhale, lift, inhale down. Exhale, lift, inhale down. This is number 4 of 8. And this is essentially our lowest level. You can always decrease intensity anytime if you need to. Last one just like that. Now you can stick with that variation or come with me and lift the knees 1 inch to 2 inches off the floor and just pulse for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, knees down, sit back. Come on back, lift the knees, pulse. 7, suck your belly button toward the spine. Good, breathe, knees down, sit back, quick stretch. Come on back, and again, pulse. 7, 6. You can just lift and lower if that's better for you. 2 and 1, knees down, sit back. Last one right here. Come on up, lift and pulse. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1, knees down. Sit back, quick stretch. Oh my goodness, great job. We're going to do one more bear crawl variation before we come up to standing. So this is going to be our bear squat, and first we're going to start with the standard bear squat. Toes stay curled under. Option 1, bear pose to child's pose and forward again. That's all. Just try this with me, and when you come forward, I want you to line your shoulders right up over your wrists. Make sure you don't come too far forward. That's the point here. Now if you want more than that, we're just going to lift the knees 1 inch up off the floor and keep them there. Sit back, shift forward, stop with the wrists over the, or shoulders over the wrists. So shifting forward and back. Here's 3. We're going to go for 6 of these. And 4, knees can come down anytime. And 5. Last one here. And 6. Good, knees down, sit back, quick stretch. All right, now we're going to have the option to intensify things even further, alternating sides for 6 repetitions, 1 arm at a time. So again, knees can be down, or you can lift them up with me. We're going to hold here in bear position, reach out with 1 arm, squat back, come back to set, put the hand back down under the shoulder. Other side, reach out with the arm to the side, squat back, shift forward, hand down, switch, reach, squat, center, and down. Switch, reach, squat, center, and down. That's 2. Reach, squat, center, and down. Other side, reach, squat, center, and down. 1 more time each side. Squat, center, and down. Keep those shoulders down and back. Almost there. Center, and down. Knees to floor. Sit back. Quick stretch and a breath. Great. Now let's come up onto the knees. Step 1 leg forward. Quick stretch for our hip flexor. So you can tuck the tailbone, elbows to the front thigh. You can curl the back toe under and lift the back knee up off the floor, relaxing the hips down if you'd like. Good. Hands to the floor beside the front foot. Step forward. Step back, other side. Same stretch. Again, elbows can come to the front thigh if you'd like. Relax your hips down toward the floor. And breathe. Good. Hands beside the front foot, step forward. Relax down. Remember to lift the head above the heart if you're feeling dizzy or nauseated here. And we'll bend the knees, roll up, shoulders down, reach up, breathe in, and release. Great job. Okay, so now we're coming into our lower body. Grab a drink of water anytime you need one. And we're going to begin with just our standard squat. So I'd like you can begin by stomping the feet into the floor, and that's going to show you where your natural gait is today. Rock back and forth across the balls of the feet and the heels, settle in the center. And we're just going to place the hands anywhere except on the thighs. Inhale down, exhale up. Good. Now you can reach the arms out in front, you can bring the arms across the front of the chest, or you can prison squat with me, bringing the fingertips behind the ears or to the temples. Make sure that your head does not drop down or come forward in order to find that position. Prison squat position with the elbows wide is going to help your upper body to stay nice and upright and neutral throughout this movement. Good. Now you can continue with this movement or come with me, come to the bottom and hold. And we're going to pulse. Ready? 7, 6, 5. Lower. 4, 3, 2, and stand. Good. Breath. Come on back down. Pulse. 7, 6. Push into the outsides of your feet. 4. Weight in the heels. 3, 2, and 1. Stand. Take a breath. Back down. 7, 6. Relax your shoulders. Good. 4, 3, 2, and stand. Take a breath. Remember, you can change arm positioning anytime. Last one. 7, 6, 5, 4. Good. Keep it strong. Last one. And stand. Great job. Woo. Woohoo. Shake it off. Well done. Okay, so now we're going to come into our plie lunge. Standing nice and tall in our standard squat position, hands on hips or across the chest or behind the head. We're going to cross one foot behind the other and then bend both knees. I want you to just hold here for a moment. If the twist is not comfortable for you, come into standard lunge position, stepping straight back instead. We're squeezing the thighs together. Back heel is up off the floor, front heel is down, nice and solid. Suck the belly button toward the spine. Feel that muscle contraction. Good, and now we're going to stand and nice and tall in the middle. Now to the other side, cross the right leg behind and bend both knees. Tuck your back knee into the front thigh. Shoulders relax down. Hold this position so we know how it feels. Push down into your front heel. Good. And we'll come back to set. Now you can come into the variation of your choice or come with me for repetitions between the curtsy lunge and our standard squat. So hand positioning, again, up to you. Find your set position. We're going to squat in the middle. Stand tall, curtsy squat to the right, curtsy lunge. And then back in the center, curtsy lunge to the left. Good, back in the center, and curtsy lunge. So we're moving really slow so we can find our precision in this movement. Remember your option, if the curtsy is no good, squat in the middle or lunge straight back instead. Good. Breathe. Remember, squeeze those thighs together. Great job. Remember, you can take a break anytime you need one. It's all about just a little bit more each time, whatever we can do today. Good. 2 more on each side. Dig deeper. Keep smiling. Whew. Awesome. Last round right here, 1 on each side. Lower if you can. And in the middle. Fantastic. All right, shake it off. Whew. Well done. Okay, so now let's again come to the back of our mats and we're going to come into our walkout with a little bit more intensity. So when we started, we did a little bit of a walkout from downward dog. This time we're going to inhale and reach up. Exhale, squat right down into the heels. Bring the hands to the floor. And I just want you to walk out into bear crawl position. Knees can come down anytime. And then all the way out into plank. And now we'll walk back into bear crawl, knees under hips. And walk back into forward fold. Hold here. Bend the knees, come into bear crawl. Walk the hands forward under the shoulders. Walk out into plank pose. Knees can come down anytime. Walk back, bear crawl. And lift the hips, forward fold. One more time like that. Bend the knees, bear crawl. Remember, you might bring them all the way down. And we walk forward, plank pose. Walk back, bear crawl. Straighten the legs, forward fold. Now if you can, keep the legs straight the entire time. Walk out through downward dog, right into plank. Lift the hips, walk it back. And again, walk out into plank, shoulders way down, walk back. Good, 3 more just like that, walk out. And we plank, lift the hips, walk it back. Good, and again, walk out. Good, core nice and strong, and back. Last one here, walk out. Great, and back. Now you can bring the knees to the floor or just walk it right out into plank with me and hold. Shoulders down, just hold for a moment. And now knees to floor. Then we'll sit back, child's pose. Excellent. Now we're going to come into some side plank variations. So we're going to come down onto our side on the floor, on your mat if you've got one. And first we're just going to lay all the way down onto the floor with our knees and hips bent at 90 degrees. Relaxing right down. I'd like you to just make a little bed for your head on the bottom side there. And we're going to take a deep breath in, exhale, and lift the bottom side body off the floor or as close as you can get. It doesn't have to come all the way up. What we're looking for is to contract the muscles between the hip and the bottom of the rib cage and squeeze them. Just feel those muscles, only those muscles working. Good. And then we'll release down. Now you can come into repetitions of that movement if that's what's most comfortable for you, or come with me up onto the elbow and the bottom knee, reaching up toward the sky or bringing the hand to the hip, or onto the elbow and the bottom foot. Suck your belly button toward the spine, press your bottom elbow down into the floor. Hold here, shoulders are down away from the ears as far as they'll go, and we're just going to pulse those hips toward the sky for 1, 2, we're going for 16 repetitions, 4, 5, breathe, 6, 7, good, 9, keep it strong, 4 more, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Now release down through plank if you're able, and just hold here with the elbows under the shoulders for a moment. Great. And then we're going to release the knees down, sit back, child's pose, and come along to the other side. So once again, we're laying all the way down on the ground. Make a little bed for your head. Knees and hips at 90 degrees. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and squeeze those lower abdominal muscles, those obliques on the side body on the bottom side. See if you can relax your neck and shoulders at the same time and lift that side body up as much as you're able. We just want to get the feel of that lift. It doesn't have to come up off the floor. And then release. And then when you're ready, if you'd like to come up a level or two, onto the elbow and the knee, flattening your body up against an imaginary wall, or onto the elbow and the foot. And then you can reach up, or bring the hand to the hip, and we hold here, deep breath in, and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, good. Slow it down, 9, 10, good, 11, 12, 3 more, 2 more, last one, release into plank, knees or toes, hands or elbows. Suck the belly button toward the spine. You can come into child's pose if that's what you need right now. Now knees down, sit back, quick stretch. Take a breath here. Great job. We are almost into our final stretch of our class today. So not too much more to go. We're going to come up to standing once again, now that our legs have had a break, and move along for our wide-legged squat. So I'd like you to again find your set position, stomping the feet down right underneath those hips, and we'll widen out one heel and one toe. Now in this position, it's a wide-legged squat, so our toes still remain pointed forward. If you were to come into a plie or a sumo squat, the toes would turn out. And by forward, I mean they're pointed in the same direction and not turned to more than 45 degrees out to the side. So they don't have to be perfectly straightforward if that's not okay for your knees, but don't make that error too wide. Shoulders down and back, and hands behind the head or to the temples if that's comfortable for you. Now inhale down to your bottommost point, pushing the knees out over the tops of the feet, and just hold. Suck your belly button toward the spine. Remember, you can front load those arms if you want to. And now I want you to really focus on feeling that contraction in the insides of the thighs. Good. Now let's pulse for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and stand. Push out into the toes. Good. Inhale down. Pulse 7, 6. Push those knees out over the tops of the feet. 3, 2, and stand. Push into the toes. Good. And again, come on down. Sink. 7, 6, 5. Breathe. 3, 2, and stand. Good. Last one here. Sink down. Push the knees out. Pulse. 7, 6, 5. 3, 2, and stand. Great job. Work the heels and toes together. And we're going to come into lower body with a balanced focus. So again, grab water anytime you need it, even if you think you don't. And we'll come into our donkey kick and Liberty reach. So standing nice and tall, find the soles of your feet, and we'll shift to the right side, bring that left foot into position. You can raise the knee up if you want to, and we're tucking those elbows into the sides of the body to start. Now let's tip forward from the hip, extend that left leg back. We're reaching down toward the inside of our supporting ankle with our outside hand. And now bring it back up and through. Focus your gaze. Lift the left knee, reach the right arm toward the sky. Let's do it again, 4 repetitions each side. Sweep it through. Your toe can come to the floor anytime. You don't have to touch the floor with those left fingertips. Bring it back through, reach for the sky. There's 2, brace your core. And again, sweep it through. Tap down, lift that left heel as high as you're able. Might change one day to the next, and sweep it through. And lift. That right ankle's probably getting pretty tired. That's fine. It's our last repetition. Come on down. Sink. And then we'll sweep it through. And lift. Great job. And release. Shake it off. Whew. Well done. And we are coming to the other side now. So standing nice and tall. Finding the soles of our feet. Shifting to that left foot. Right foot comes into position. And our elbows are braced at our sides. Kick that right leg back. Right hand reaches to the inside of the left foot, and then we'll sweep it through. Knee comes up and we reach for the sky, shoulders down. And again, sweep it through. You're gonna notice your balance is better on one side than the other, and that's fine. Just working with it. Bring it in, lift the knee, extend toward the sky. And this is number 3 of 4, that's all. All right, and bring it back in, lift up, reach. Fantastic. And our last one right here. Extend back, lift that heel higher if you're able, and we'll sweep it through, lift the knee, and extend toward the sky. Whew, great job. Shake it off. Side lunge is going to be our last lower body exercise. So standing in a wide stance now. Toes are pointed forward or very slightly out to the side. So this is wider than our wide-legged squat. If you begin in set position, we're going to go one heel, one toe, and then another heel and toe out to the side. Good. And let's just bend that right knee, sink down. Hold here, push into your heel, and now if you can, reach the arm straight out in front. Good, sink deeper. Good, push into that heel. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, come on up, you can drop the arm. Same side, inhale down. Exhale up, good. This is number 3, inhale down. Exhale up, we're going for 8. Nice and slow repetitions, drive right into that heel. Good, And 5. Keep those shoulders way down. Suck the belly button toward the spine. 6. And 7. Remember, arm placement is totally up to you. Last one here. Dig in. And stand tall. Great job. Shake it off. You can take a break if you need one. And we're going to come along to the other side. Readjust your foot positioning anytime you need to. Stand tall. And we're going to bend that left knee. Sink down to the left heel. Suck your belly button toward the spine. Reach forward at shoulder height if it's comfortable for you. Sink lower, inhale. Exhale, push into the heel, stand tall. Inhale down. Exhale, and there's 2. Good. Inhale down. Exhale in 3. Make sure that straight leg feels strong too. Inhale down. Exhale in 4. Great. Inhale down. Exhale in 5. 3 more, sink right down, drive into your heel as you rise. Good, 2 more. And lift, keep those shoulders down away from the ears, last one. And lift, work the heels and toes together. Shake it off. Grab a quick stretch wherever you need. Excellent. Okay, so now we're going to do that same movement with a little bit of an explosive power base. So again, you can come back to the movement we just did, or come with me, and we're going to sink down into that right heel. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, push into the heel and lift the knee, or just tap the toe in. Now we're going to sink down and land really soft. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. You can reach out in front if you want to. Exhale, lift. That's 3. Inhale down. Exhale, 4. Suck your belly button in. Inhale down. Exhale, 5. Going for 8 or less. And 6. Inhale down. And 7. Feel that power through the leg. And last one. Release. Shake it off. Whew, good job. All right. Other side. Standing nice and tall. Check that set position. And we'll inhale down. Exhale, push and lift. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. And 3. I want you to really drive into that heel. See how much force you can get. Good. 5. Exhale on the exertion. And 6. One more time. Push, push. Excellent. And release. Great job. Okay. So now we're going to come back down to the floor through a little flow with our chair pose. So let's find our set position once again. Nice and even on all 4 corners of the feet. And we'll inhale, arms out to the sides and overhead. Exhale, sit down into your imaginary chair. Now let's just lift one heel and put it back down, and then the other side and put it back down. Relax your shoulders down away from the ears. Sink lower if you can. Good. So we're about to come into our true stretch. This is just a little bit of a power yoga option for you to continue with that muscle contraction while we start to slow things down. Good. Now lift both heels and hold. Inhale, sink deeper if you're able. Keep the knees, hips, and ankles lined up. Exhale, push into the balls of the feet, reach for the sky, and lower the heels, fold forward. Relax down over the legs. Just let the body hang. Breathe deeply. Good, and now we're going to bring the hands to the floor, bend the knees if you need to, and step or jump back into downward dog. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, shift forward into plank pose. Good, suck your belly button toward the spine. Do not let your hips or your head drop. Remember that you can sit back into child's pose anytime if you need a break. One more deep breath in. Exhale, knees to floor, sit back, child's pose. Good. Just relax down here as we're starting to wind down our class. Now let's press up and we'll step the right foot forward. Press the hips down toward the floor. You can bring the hands or the elbows to the front thigh, and if you want to deepen the stretch, straighten out the back leg. Relax your hips down toward the floor. Let them sink right down. Breathe deeply. Lengthen the neck. Shoulders are wide. Good. And now we'll release that back knee down to the floor and bring both hands down to the inside of the front foot. Shoulders down away from the ears. Now you can hold here in this low stretch, or you can come with me for another power yoga option into pistol squat, raising the hand on the front leg side, bringing it across the chest. Lift the back knee up. We're going to lift the back leg, bring that back knee forward, sweep it through, and sit down. Or not. So options are optional, remember that too. And then from here, we're going to pull that leg back and return to low lunge. Hands to floor under the shoulders. Good, yes. And now we're going to shift to the back knee, lift the front toes up off the floor, turn them to the side, and shift forward. Now we're bringing our stretch into that inner thigh. You can come up onto the fingertips if you like, relaxing the hips down toward the floor. You can walk the hands forward and bend the elbows in toward the body if you like. So at the end of any of your exercise sessions, whether it's a class or on your own, or a run or a HIIT training, whatever strength, make sure that you always cool down, and that should include a nice static stretch as you move. So stretching and holding for at least 3 deep breaths or 20 seconds to increase your flexibility. Now we'll rock back onto that back knee, recenter our front foot, and step forward into forward fold. Relax down toward the floor. Relax the arms and neck and breathe deeply. Now let's step the right leg back. Back knee comes to the floor, the elbows can come to the front thigh, and you can straighten out that back leg if you like, allowing your hips to sink down toward the floor. Shoulders are wide, chest is proud, neck long, and we're breathing deeply into that stretch. Good. And now we'll bring the back knee down to the floor. The hands can come to the inside of the front foot, and we're just noticing how that feels for our hip and knee. Now you can stay here, or you can come with me for that plyometric yoga option. Lifting up the back knee, hand on the front leg side comes to that shoulder on the back leg side, and then we'll tuck that right knee in, sweep it through, sit down. Good, yes. And then we'll come on back and extend back into the low lunge, both hands to the floor under the shoulders. Good, breathe. Excellent, now back knee to floor. Shift to the back leg, lift the front toes up off the floor, turn them to the side and shift forward. We always take the pressure off of that front foot before we turn to relieve any potential injury to that front knee. So just being mindful of that. Breathing deeply, relaxing into the stretch as much as you can. You can come up onto the fingertips. You can walk the hands forward and bend the elbows in toward the body if you'd like. Just making it yours. Great, and now we'll shift to the back knee, recenter that front foot and step forward into forward fold. Relax down over the legs. Let the body hang. And then we'll bend the knees, rolling up one vertebrae at a time, shoulders down and back. Arms reach out to the sides and overhead, little baby back bend. And release down through prayer. Release the arms. We have just enough time for a figure four and an IT band stretch. So standing up nice and tall. Let's find the soles of our feet once again. And we'll shift to the left leg. Bend the left knee, cross the right shin over the left thigh, draw the leg into position, and then sit down into the heel. Now you might want to come closer to a wall or a piece of furniture to help maintain your balance here. You can even sit right down on a chair or even lay down on your back on the floor to come into this position. Arch your lower back, whatever position you're in, and feel that stretch in the right hip and thigh. Relax wherever you're able. Find that balance. Good. Nice deep breaths. And now let's stand up and we'll swing that right leg behind the left. Hand on the front leg side comes to the hip, arm on the back leg side reaches up toward the sky as we breathe in. And then we exhale, drop that left shoulder down toward the rib cage toward the hip, and you can reach across the front of the body to extend the side body if it's comfortable for you. Remember that your top hand can come down to the hip or behind the back anytime. Your bottom hand can come to the hip to support the lower back. It's all yours. Breathe. Now let's inhale and come up. Exhale, tip forward from the hip. Hands come to the front bent knee. We'll tip and lift our tailbone up toward the sky at the same time. Relaxing down toward the floor or as much as is comfortable for you. Breathe. Good. And now we'll step out to hip width and roll up one vertebrae at a time. Reach the arms out to the sides and overhead. Little baby back bend. Release down through prayer. Release the arms. And we'll come to the other side. So again, standing nice and tall. Shifting now to the right leg. Yes, bend the right knee. Left shin comes across the right thigh. You can draw it into place if you need to. Find your focus. Focus your gaze on anything that's not moving 6 feet away or less, and we'll sit right down into that heel. Arching the lower back up toward the sky. Breathing deeply. Good. Looking for that stretch in the left hip and abductors of the thigh. And now let's stand and wrap that left foot behind the right. Standing up nice and tall, tuck your tailbone, brace the core, and the hand on the front leg side comes to the hip. Arm on the back leg side reaches up as we extend through those fingertips. And then we exhale and relax into that stretch. Once again, remember that right hand can come to the hip for support of the lower back, or you can reach across the front of the body to deepen the stretch if that's comfortable for you. Breathe, lengthen through those fingertips. Now let's inhale and come up. Exhale, tip from the hip, front knee bent, back leg straight. You can uncross the legs to hip width apart if that's more comfortable for you. And our hands are always on the bent knee, never on the straight leg. You can relax down toward the floor if you'd like. Rock from side to side if you want to. Just make it yours. Find the stretch that you need today. Good. And now we'll step the feet hip width apart. Roll up one vertebrae at a time, shoulders down and back, reach the arms out to the sides and overhead, little baby back bend, deep breath in. Exhale, release the arms, and give yourselves a hand. Great job today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and hopefully you can make it next time.